welcome back to Stylish Naija YouTube channel. I want to say thank you to all of my subscribers. Thank you so much for subscribing to Stylish Naija YouTube channel. I appreciate all of your love, your support. I really do. Yeah, I do. I actually don't take it for granted like I normally say, and that's just the fact and the truth. Okay, so in today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to do hidden, yes, that's what I'm going to call it, hidden sewable drapes. So this kind of drapes, they are actually stitched inside. So because if you see most of all of these drape, I've been getting comments from people. They would like some of these drape, after draping them with time, it will like be sagging. Yes, that's the best word to use. It will be sagging. So how do you actually do them that it will not sag? So some of them, I used to tell them that you can use needle and thread to hem, but today I'm going to be showing you how to do sewable drape. So this drape is actually drape, but it will be stitched, and then it's going to be sitting perfectly well. So that's what we are going to do today. It is a very simple video, so you really need to learn how to do sewable drape. So you can use them on any pattern. You can use them however you want, even if you are adding it to a skirt, a blouse, whatever. So just, you will want to watch this video to the end. So it is okay, just watch the video, that's just it. Okay, so in today's video, I'm going to be using this off-shoulder blouse to do the drape. So I'm going to show you how to do it. So the first thing, we're going to cut out our pattern. So that's what we are going to do. So I'll just use this pattern paper to cut out one, and then we'll place it on our fabric. So this is the fabric that I'm going to be using to do my drape. You can use satin, you can use crepe, but most times satin or Duchess, they come out beautifully well. So if you have not subscribed to my channel, this is the first time of you coming across Stylish Naija YouTube channel, I would appreciate if you hit on the subscribe button and then hit on the bell also to get an update whenever I upload a new video. So I'm going to cut out my pieces now. Yes, I'm going to cut out my pattern paper. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm just going to use, so on this point, I'm going to come like this to this center part. So I'm going to measure about 3.5 inches here like this. This is the center, and then on this side I'm going to use 1.5 here on this side like this. So from that 1.5 like this, I'm going to curve it into my 3.5 that I measure. So this depends on you, depends on how wide you want it to be. So you just make a nice curve. So you see it is not standing straight, so I'll cut it out. So this is what I have here. This is what I'm going to use to create out my drape. So you can see, so why I cut this one like this is because I'm going to stitch them. Then before stitching, I'm going to stitch them down before attaching it to the dress. So the next thing I'm going to do now, I'll fold my fabric, and then I'm going to fold my fabric into two. I'm going to cut all of them out. So it depends on how many lines you actually want on your dress. So that's what you will cut out. So mine, I'm going to cut out about 5 or 6. So make sure you add the stitching allowance because I'm going to stitch them. Okay, so I want you to see how I'm doing the cutting. So you notice that it is not straight. So this one, once you cut out like that, make sure that this part is not straight also. you slant it and then you place it nicely again, and then you cut out. Okay. So the next thing I'm going to do now, I will go and stitch them. So you see what I have. So you see it is not straight. So I'll stitch them on the under. That's just here. I'm not stitching the top. So I'll take them to my machine like this, and then I'll stitch 2 2. I'm just going to hold all of my pieces 2 2, and then I'll stitch and then iron them, and then I'll come back and show you how to place them. Okay, so I finished stitching all of my pieces. So now I'm going to show you how we are going to assemble it. So I'm going to start from the down. So I'll just show you here, because I'll go and stitch them. So you can decide to start from wherever you want to start from. So this is the first one. I'm just going to take this and then I'll place it like this, and then I will stitch. I'll take the other one, I'll place it on top. So it depends on how much gap you want to add. I will stitch to secure it, while this next one will cover it. I will stitch to cover it. So I'm just going to I'll stitch. So it depends on how much fold. So once I finish, I'm going to use this one. This is like the biggest one. I'll put it on top, and then I'll go and secure all of them, and then I'll bring it back and show you how I will use it on this part to turn the neckline. So I'll just go and stitch them together like this, and then I'll bring back, because this part we're still going to hold this part like this, and then that's we're going to bring this part together to give us that curve. Okay, so I'll go and stitch them, and then I'll bring it back. So you're just going to keep stitching them. So you note the way I'm stitching them is not straight. So I'm just negotiating the curve. So you see how it is looking. Make sure that what you stitch here is covered with the second one. So it's just being stitched like a cane. Okay, so I'm just going to keep doing that. So I'll add this one also, and then I'll keep doing it. So when I'm done, I'll show you how it should look like. Okay, so you can see what I have. So I finished stitching. So you see it is looking beautiful, well put together. So this fabric that I just use a normal cotton fabric, but for better result, I would recommend you make use of a satin or a duchess, so it should be bulkier. So the next thing that I'm going to do now, take this to my machine and then stitch it along the neckline. That's I'll use it to turn the neckline. So I'll just take it like this from the back, like this. This is the neckline part. So this is my neckline from this point to this point. So the neckline was turned before. So I'll just use it to turn it. So I'll just stitch it, and then after I'll flip it on the right side. So it's going to stay like this. So this is the right side. You put it like this. So after stitching, we'll turn it and then it flips out. So I'll go and do that. Okay, so I finished stitching. So I'm going to do a little explanation. So this first stitch here, this first stitch that I used to secure it, when I'm done, I'm going to take it out. So you see it's looking, it's not supposed to be there. So I'm going to take out that stitch. So the next thing I'm going to do, this side, I'm going to like gather this side together like this. I'll gather this side together. So make as you gather, you make sure that it is okay like this. So you see, I'll gather this side together, and then this side also I would gather together, and then I will just secure it, and then I will join. Once I secure it, I'll join my side seam back. So I'll just go ahead and do that, and then bring it back for you to see the final look. Okay, so after securing, so you see what I have. So you just secure it to the edge. So now I can cut off my excess. And then the next thing I'm going to do now, I'm going to sew my stitch. That's what I was trying to explain. So I'm going to cover up my side seam back, and then I'll show you how to do the sleeve. So there are some that is actually draped together with the sleeve, but this sewable one, the sleeve is done separately. So I'll show you how to attach the sleeve on the side, another drape sleeve. So I'll just show you. Okay, so at the end of the day, so you see what we have. So you see how it is looking. So you see the side. So you see it is looking beautiful. And then for the draped sleeve, so some time ago, I did a tutorial. So I just did not want to go into it again. So I did a tutorial about the draped sleeve. So I'll drop the link in the description box. So you see, when you attach the sleeve like this, so you see how it is looking. It is looking like what we have in the picture. Just make sure that your sleeve, the length, and your seam, side seam length is the same. So in fixing the sleeve, you are just going to take it and then you are just going to stitch it inside just the same way you stitch the side seam. So I'm going to pin it and then come back and show you how it should look like. Okay, so at the end of the day, after connecting the sleeve, so it should look like this. So I'm going to drop the link of the sleeve in the description box. So in case you don't know how to cut this sleeve, cut and sew, you will see it. And then, so this is just a very simple way of draping sewable. So okay. So if you find this video helpful, I would appreciate if you hit on the like button to make me know you appreciate what I did. So at the end of the day, so you see, you will not even notice that this drape is actually sewn. So thank you so much. I'll see you in my next video.